Welcome back to a brand new video here on Off Scratch. Now this is a very important topic today, Nat, isn't it?
It is. We're going to talk about the role of the core in the golf swing. Yeah. So really popular topic. A lot of our most popular videos are core exercise videos. So we thought we'd address this in a little bit more detail and then give you some exercises you can practice at home as well.
So we're going to talk firstly just the importance of the core, because I think a lot of people probably don't realise how important it is. Firstly, on that side of things, injury prevention.
Absolutely. I think lower back issues are the most common injuries for all golfers, and a strong core can really help prevent that.
And from my perspective, obviously that is very important, we're not saying that, but from my perspective, where I see a lot of people falter is lack of power being one of the things. But the main important thing is that relationship to the golf ball. A lot of people struggle with missed strikes, either with irons or like I've got here with driver. If we're sort of this way on the way back, or as we come through, we work sort of like this. So being able to have a strong core is going to aid your ability to be over in this position whilst making this rotation back and rotation through. So even just being aware of that and being in that setup, being stronger here, is going to feel a lot more comfortable. Okay, Nat, right. Talk me through these exercises. I'm going to be the test dummy, and we would actually really encourage you to follow along too. And it's probably good at this point, Nat, to remind people, check out the website. Check out all the plans we've got on there. We've got actually a warm-up guide, which we think is very valuable for you if you're wanting to have a good practice session.
Okay, so Alex is not just having a nice lie down. We are about to demonstrate one of the core exercises that you can do at home. We're doing it on the tee box. This is how easy it is to do, or you can also do it in the locker room as well. So firstly, I'm going to get you to lie back, Alex, please. So we're lying all the way back, but with the feet flat here, as you can see. So feet roughly hip width apart.
Is that right?
Yeah. And before you do anything, I want you to, as mental as it sounds, just breathe out. So you feel like all the air comes out of you and your rib cage starts to flatten down. So you can see there, Alex's zip just starts to lower down towards the towel.
I'm quite comfortable in that here.
You're probably quite relaxed. You won't be in a second. Grab the golf club for me here. Okay, so what I'm going to get you to do, lift the feet off.
Both feet?
Yeah, both feet in the air. And to create some nice 90 angles here, we've got roughly the shin parallel to the ceiling or to the sky.
This is hard just doing this, by the way.
I know. It's not going to get any easier. Knee directly over the hip, and that creates two nice 90 angles here for Alex. So one thing I want you to be conscious of is the position of your pelvis or your lower back. If I flip around this side, and we're looking here under Alex's lower back, the reason why we got him to breathe out is to make sure that we flatten the back of the pelvis. So the pelvis is neutral and it's not arched or tilted. And if it is tilted, I'd get my hand in this gap really easily.
So that'd be like something like that sort of
Exactly,
thing.
Yeah. So the ribs flare upwards and we get this back tilt. We can see straight away because you started to breathe out, everything flattens nicely. And that is always the start position. Now if I get you to press the golf club tight into the knees. So this is a push-pull mechanism here. So the knees push to the club, you push the club back. Straight away you can feel the core.
Oh yes.
Yep, starts to fire up. Now as best you can, drop one heel to the floor, leave the other one where it is. Keep pushing and pulling with the club. Now change sides. And I'd want you to try to get 10 to 20 reps, depending on how confident you are and comfortable you are with this.
It's a big ask.
It's quite hard. I mean, this looks really simple on camera, but this is a tough exercise to do.
I think my facial expression's not giving it away, not gonna lie.
Nice. So all the while, the key thing with this is making sure that the club stays straight. So as Alex starts to leave one knee away from the club, we don't get a twist one side like this. You've got to really drive that golf club into the knee to keep the pressure on the core. How's that?
Hard.
It's tough, isn't it? It's a lot harder than it looks.
It was hard just to be legs up, to be honest.
Yeah.
The starting point.
And that's the thing, great thing about this exercise is that it brings the pelvis neutral, which is something we want in setup. You know, we don't want this dumped forward pelvis where we get this dip here, and then we're forced to manipulate our club path as a result of, and also it's not very nice on the back. So it gets you this nice neutral pelvis, and it's the strength that's required to maintain that position that's the key thing. Okay, so exercise number 2, and this is a slightly harder variation of what we just did, Alex. You did say that you needed a challenge this morning, so I thought I'd give you one. If you lie back, same position for me, take your golf club. You're going to hold at the club head.
This side, yeah?
Yep, grip end at the toes. So what I want you to do, you're holding it in the right hand, is place the grip onto the toes of the left foot. That's it. You see how you have to push it in there?
Yeah.
Okay, now lift this leg. Rest your head back. That's all right. Bend it. So bend it into the dead bug position. So we're in roughly the same position here, dead bugs.
Yeah.
Okay, so
This is hard as it is.
Raise this left hand over your shoulder for me. Okay, so here's start position. Same rules apply. Breath out. Settle down the rib cage. Feel that pelvis fall flat to the floor.
Yeah.
Okay, keep the pressure on this toe all the time. This isn't going to move.
Okay.
Arm and toe stay connected. Now try and extend. Touch. Bring it back in the middle. And maintain this nice tight frame where we're really drawing that pelvis down to the floor.
My hips are
keeping that
clicking.
core connected. Yeah, there's a bit of hip mobility involved in this. I'd ask you to try and get 10 on this side, and then we swap the golf club over. So you hold it in the opposite sides. And now we've got that challenge of not just the core working, but we've got the obliques working here as well, where we've got some resistance of the opposite side of the rib cage, trying to not let you fall over. How's that feel?
This is a lot harder.
It's a lot harder, this one. I mean, there's more moving parts for one, so that makes it a bit more difficult. But the challenge is still there in terms of keeping that pelvis flat to the floor. You can feel a bit of a shake.
Oh, I feel it, I am.
So with both of these two exercises, so easy to implement. All you need is a golf club. A little bit of space on the floor. You can do it on the tee box like we're stood out here. You can do it on the range, do it in the locker room, do it at home while you're watching the TV. Aim for sort of 10 to 20 reps on both of those, and you'll definitely feel the core firing up.
Yeah. Thanks so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel and turn on the bell.